The Duke, 61, who has been living at Royal Lodge in Windsor with Sarah since 1996, is planning to get married again if he is able to move on with life after allegations of sexual abuse. They were pictured together last Tuesday as he headed to see the Queen in Balmoral. It was suggested at the time this was to avoid having sexual assault papers handed to him. A source said, "They still love and care for each other a great deal and have been living together during the pandemic. It has rekindled something and I can see a second wedding happening if it all goes Andrew's way." Another source said Sarah was doing all she could in supporting Andrew during the difficult time and the pair are trying to keep a low profile. Sarah said last week her wedding to Prince Andrew in 1986 was one of the best days of her life. She added, "When you make that commitment, you decide to marry a prince and I fell in love with him. He was a sailor, he is still. He was a helicopter pilot, and also a prince." Duke and Duchess of Sussex on Saturday changed the website of their Archewell Foundation to show rows of victims' names. Harry and Meghan, who quit royal duties last year and moved to the US, were praised by some Twitter users for their 9/11 tribute. One Twitter user commented, "This is a great gesture and way of remembering. To remember each of their names and keep them in memory." Another wrote, "M and H are masterminds." A third added, "I agree. I know standing out isn't TMT what the tribute is about, but Harry and Meghan really just come up with new ideas that set them apart from the rest. Dedicating the entire website to the fallen just seems more sincere and impactful than a generic statement of remembrance." Another posted, "Simple yet heartfelt tribute." One more commented, "This is compassion for real." The Queen also marked the 9/11 anniversary as she remembered her visit to the site of the attack. In a message to US President Joe Biden, she said, "As we mark the 20th anniversary of the terrible attacks on September 11, 2001, my thoughts and prayers, and those of my family and the entire nation, remain with the victims, survivors and families affected, as well as the first responders and rescue workers called to duty. My visit to the site of the World Trade Center in 2010 is held fast in my memory. It reminds me that as we honor those from many nations, faiths and backgrounds who lost their lives, we also pay tribute to the resilience and determination of the communities who joined together to rebuild." Follow below for live updates on the royal family. Click here to follow Monday's live blog. Kate, Duchess of Cambridge, has been praised for being so caring and considerate in her treatment of a little 5-year-old girl suffering from cancer. Mila Snedden, of Falkirk, underwent intensive chemotherapy for leukemia last year, as she bravely battled the illness. As a result, the youngster was forced to shield during the peak of the coronavirus pandemic. She was photographed kissing her father through a window during the lockdown by her mother, Linda. Mila's dad, Scott, had to go into work and was afraid that he might infect his daughter with the lethal virus, so was forced to live apart from his family. The photo, entitled "Shielding Mila," was one of the 100 images included in the Duchess of Cambridge's book Hold Still, A Portrait of Our Nation in 2020. Kate, 39, later spoke to little Mila on the phone, before meeting her for tea at Holyrood in May this year. Prince William and his father Prince Charles have held heated conversations over the future of the monarchy, a royal expert told express.co.uk. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge last night led royal family messages of congratulations to Britain TMS Golden Girl Emma Raducanu. 18-year-old Raducanu became the first qualifier to win a major tennis tournament, as she won the US Open without dropping a set along the way. William and Kate TMS official account tweeted within minutes of her victory, "Huge congratulations at Emma Raducanu on your stunning performances and historic Grand Slam victory. Incredible, we are all so proud of you." While the entire family are clearly in agreement over Raducanu TMS historic victory, a royal expert told express.co.uk there are frequent rows behind the scenes. Howard Hodgson explained, Prince Charles is very keen to slim down the royal entourage and the royal family and the focus of it, so that it really is the Queen, him, the Duke of Cambridge and then George and so on. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are desperate to arrange a meeting with the Queen, according to royal experts, who claim the couple needs to keep up their royal connection for their US fanbase. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's reported request for a meeting with the Queen shows the couple are desperate to keep up their royal image. Earlier this week, it was revealed that Harry and Meghan asked for a meeting with the Queen. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are keen to introduce the Queen to their daughter Lilibet, who was born earlier this year on June 4. However, the Mail TMS consultant editor Andrew Pearce told Mail Plus Palace Confidential that the request is all about maintaining relevance. Prince Harry and Prince William need a deep, meaningful conversation to iron out their differences, according to a royal expert. Speaking to USA lifestyle publication US Weekly, host of podcast Royal Trademark Rachel Birchfield suggested a deep conversation was required to address key issues, not just major issues between Prince Harry and Prince William but also rifts with the royal family and Sussex TMS. The royal family expert claimed how even issues which stem back to childhood should be addressed in order for the brothers to repair their bond. Ms. Birchfield claimed that their relationship was like any other siblings and that despite rifts, they will always love one another. The Queen once made a cheeky joke about her grandson Prince William looking tidy at the Chelsea Flower Show. Queen Elizabeth II, 95, has been attending the show for decades alongside other members of the royal family. The monarch was made patron of the Royal Horticultural Society, which hosts the annual Horticultural Spectacular, in 1952. That year, the Queen attended the show alongside her late husband, Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, who passed away in April of this year aged 99. After the 2020 edition was held virtually because of the pandemic, the royals are now gearing up for this year's TMS in-person event. The show will be held from September 21-26 after it was postponed from May due to COVID-19. Prince Charles and Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, have congratulated Emma Raducanu after her astonishing victory at the US Open final. The Brit shot to victory with a 6-4, 6-3 win in the final of the US competition, becoming the first qualifier to ever win a slam. She is the youngest British tennis player to reach the US Open final in the Open era, aged just 18. Emma Raducanu did not drop a set through 3 qualifying matches and 7 main draw matches, a feat which has not been achieved since Serena Williams won in 2014 without dropping a set. Prince Charles and Camilla were quick to praise Emma Raducanu on her victory. Meghan Markle's brother has written the Duke and Duchess of Sussex another letter ahead of his imminent appearance on Australia's Big Brother VIP. Thomas Markle Jr. famously wrote a letter to Prince Harry telling him not to marry his half-sister in April 2018. The 55-year-old branded the Duchess of Sussex, who he has no relationship with, very shallow and warned Harry she would ruin his life shortly before their wedding. Ahead of his appearance in the upcoming series of Channel 7's Big Brother VIP, Mr. Markle has apparently decided to reach out to his estranged half-sister and Harry. In an introductory clip for the hotly anticipated series, he can be seen sitting in the diary room announcing plans. "You know I'm famous for writing letters," he says, while seated alongside former Australian Survivor contestant Luke Tockey. "I'm gonna write a letter to Meghan," he announces before he is seen putting ink to paper. Prince Philip will be remembered in an upcoming documentary, and intimate clips include the late Duke enjoying himself on a child's tricycle. In a short teaser for Prince Philip, the royal family remembers a young Duke of Edinburgh races through royal grounds on the tiny tricycle. The footage shows a glimpse of his playful side. Philip, who died aged 99 in April, was able to spend more quality time with his children when they were growing up. James Middleton has announced he married the love of his life, Alizée Thevenet, in France. The younger brother of Kate, the Duchess of Cambridge, confirmed the happy news this evening that he had tied the knot in southeastern France yesterday. He posted a picture of the pair beaming with one of his dogs photobombing in the background. Alizé was wearing an off-the-shoulder white dress, while James also opted to wear white. James then wrote on Instagram, "Mr. and Mrs. Middleton. Yesterday I married the love of my life surrounded by family, friends and of course a few dogs in the beautiful village of Balmoral. Words cannot describe how happy I am." Emma Raducanu's historic US Open win has led to calls for the 18-year-old to receive a damhood. The royal family has paid tribute to Ms. Raducanu TMS win, and reports suggest she may be set for a New Year's honor from Queen Elizabeth II. Insiders believe Ms. Raducanu will at least receive an Order of the British Empire, MB, from Her Majesty. Richard Eden, Daily Mail diary editor, posted on Twitter after the 18-year-old TMS Grand Slam win, "Can a woman be awarded a damhood aged 18? King George IV, born August 12, 1762, was made Royal Knight of the Garter on December 26, 1765, when he was only 3. Queen Elizabeth II once made a cheeky joke about her grandson Prince William looking tidy at the Chelsea Flower Show. An unearthed video of their visit saw the Queen show off her sense of humor as she joked with the couple. The monarch walked up to the pair and told them, "UTM all looking very tidy." William replied, saying he had smartened up out of his green clothes and had changed into a navy suit and blue tie. Kate, Duchess of Cambridge, has worn tiaras from the Queen's royal collection on several occasions during her decade as a senior royal. But for her first ever royal tiara, Kate decided to make a bold decision that no other royal bride had made before. She wore a Cartier halo tiara, one the Queen herself had never worn publicly before. Sophie, Countess of Wessex and Prince Edward are well respected in royal circles amid the noise coming from the Cambridges and the Sussexes, said a royal expert. Russell Myers, royal editor of The Mirror, told Pod Save the Queen podcast, "The Wessexes are riding a wave of popularity, aren't they? It's no secret that the royals are happy to push them out in front. Certainly Sophie, I think we saw a different side to her after Prince Philip TMS death. She was the one who was breaking to the world, sort of, the nature of him slipping away and saying how it was peaceful." Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are under pressure as they embark on new lives across the pond, according to a royal expert. Royal author Duncan Larkham said there is tremendous pressure on the Duke and Duchess of Sussex to make a success after quitting royal duties and moving to America. Mr. Larkham, who penned a book on Harry, said the couple will have to deliver on the lucrative deals they have signed with Netflix and Amazon. He told Closer magazine, "With these deals, there TMS tremendous pressure on Harry and Meghan to deliver and make a success of their life in America. They caused such an uproar for both the royal family, and in the media that they don't really have the option of failing." Dylan Donnelly takes over reporting from Katie Harris. The Queen out-humoured Prime Minister Boris Johnson with a cheeky joke that left world leaders chuckling at the G7 summit in June, a podcast said. Ben Glaze, deputy political editor for The Mirror, told Pod Save the Queen podcast, "UTMV got the leaders who do the politics during the day. There was a bit of an atmosphere around the Northern Ireland Protocol, and the ongoing sausage war Brexit row. But when the Queen comes in, who is solely the head of state and above the politics, it really does change the dynamics. For the leaders, it TMS more like they were off duty a little bit. They all seem to visibly relax in her presence." The Lifetime film telling the story of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's exit from the royal family is like rat poison for Prince William, an expert claimed. This negative depiction will have some weight on William's image in the US, claimed brand and reputation management expert Eric Schiffer. Asked whether the Duke of Cambridge will attract some sympathy among Americans after being depicted as a villain in the film, the commentator told Express.co.uk, "The only ones who are going to be sympathetic are going to be the ones who are really up close to the facts. And much of the Lifetime audience is not as briefed on the truth behind the real story." And so this kind of movie is like rat poison for William, and it causes his brand to suffer the threat of losing a non-insignificant portion of that audience that watches the film. The Queen can count on the support of stalwarts who continue to relentlessly represent the crown without fuss, according to a royal historian. While the Queen continues her stay at Balmoral Castle, Buckingham Palace has announced a series of engagements the monarch will carry out between October and November. Of the 6 engagements published in the royal diary so far, the sovereign is fulfilling 3 in the company of other senior royals. Commenting on the apparent decision by the royals to team up with Her Majesty, royal historian Marlene Koenig told Express.co.uk, "It makes sense to be with the Queen. Sophie, the Countess of Wessex, and Prince Edward are well respected in royal circles amid the noise coming from the Cambridges and the Sussexes," said a royal expert. Russell Myers, royal editor of The Mirror, told Pod Save the Queen podcast, "She gets on very well with the Queen. The Queen sees her like another daughter, and certainly with Edward as well. I think their family are becoming more popular figureheads really. All the noise that we TMV had with the Cambridges, with the Sussexes, the rifts and the splits and Oprah Winfrey interviews and whatever. The Wessexes are quite respected because they just get on with the job. Certainly Sophie has been doing her role diligently for the past couple of decades and only now is possibly getting the recognition that she deserves." Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are under pressure as they embark on new lives across the pond, according to a royal expert. Royal author Duncan Larkham told Closer magazine, "With these deals, there TMS tremendous pressure on Harry and Meghan to deliver and make a success of their life in America. They TMV caused such an uproar for both the royal family, and in the media that they don't TMT really have the option of failing. It would be the ultimate humiliation. If Netflix aren't TMT happy and the production doesn't TMT get the audiences that they TM expecting, they want TMT give them another contract. They TMV entered a commercial world, and it TMS cutthroat. Royal fans can look forward to a lot more activity with the Queen back at Buckingham Palace next year for her Platinum Jubilee, according to an expert." Royal expert Roy Anika told True Royalty TV TMS The Royal Beat, "I think the plan is for her to stay at Windsor for the foreseeable. I suspect we may well see a lot more activity with her back at Buckingham Palace as we approach the Platinum Jubilee next year. That said, she is doing engagements at Buckingham Palace from October onwards. So I think we'll see her having some audiences there as she can easily go up for the day for a few hours. I think she will resume residence again at Buckingham Palace in order to justify the £369 million publicly funded refurb. To never have our monarch live again there, a lot of people would go, well, what's the point?" Prince William and his father Prince Charles have held heated conversations over the future of the monarchy, a royal expert told Express.co.uk. Howard Hodgson said, "Charles and William do have heated conversations about lots of things. But actually, they are as one, and they are supported by 2 women who are as one. I think William is certainly not his mother TMS son, Prince Harry is his mother TMS son. William is very dedicated, he TMS quite fearless in speaking his own mind, but they totally agree about the way to go. They don't TMT necessarily agree about how to get there, but they are in line when it comes to that. Prince Harry and Prince William continue to remain on bad terms with little hope of repairing the relationship, according to royal experts." US Weekly hosts Molly Mulshine and Christina Garibaldi discussed the rift between Harry and William. The pair highlighted that royal expert Omid Scobie had claimed the pair are not on good terms at all and haven't resolved their differences. The US Weekly royal experts added that it seemed unlikely the pair would see eye to eye on their problems. Prince Charles and Camilla have congratulated Emma Raducanu after her astonishing victory at the US Open final. In a post on the Clarence House Twitter account, the Prince of Wales and the Duchess of Cornwall said, "Congratulations to Emma Raducanu on your US Open win, what a fantastic achievement. We are all so proud. Well done to Leila Fernandez today too. An outstanding match between two inspiring young women. We can TMT wait to see where you go next. The Queen is expected to give medals to the troops who helped with the evacuation from Afghanistan. The honor is set to be bestowed by Her Majesty on everyone who took part in the airlift in her New Year TMS honors list. The plans have reportedly been approved by Number 10 for the brave heroes who helped carry out one of the largest air evacuations in history. One source told the Mirror, the PM is fully behind the idea. It will finally put a bit of honor in what TMS been a pretty dishonorable system lately. Meghan Markle is extremely protective of her reputation, claims a royal expert, as the Duchess continues to lead an estranged relationship with her father's family. Meghan's frustration towards her family's media appearances has been branded ironic by a royal commentator after she and Prince Harry publicly aired their grievances with the royal family during their Oprah Winfrey interview. Jonathan Saccardotti told Express.co.uk that it was only fair for the Markle family to share their family issues if Meghan was allowed to reveal the internal squabbles and problems in her husband's family.